Mr. Phelan, let me just ask a couple questions. First off, can we put up we have a picture. I just want to get your reaction. I don't know if you've seen this picture yet. This was the USS Dewey, Singapore last week. How does it make you feel?
Please don't give it to President Trump because I'll get a text at like 1 in the morning. So
I'm taking over the White House right after this, so you'll know exactly what your expectations are.
Yeah, I think it's terrible. I think they should be ashamed. I mean, would you want to go on that ship?
No, I served on a ship. If this happened on our ship, we would all been painting all night long. We had to constantly paint the darn ship. I mean, we never would go into a port when I was in the Navy. It looked like this, so it was pretty disgusting. So you've heard those stories. We don't have enough ships. We can't build ships. We're not building the right ships. Recruiting's bad. Retention's bad. Maintenance is bad. So give me, what's your pitch? What's your so you're a business guy. You took over. You've dealt with troubled companies before, and so how would you do it?
Thanks for the question. It's very complicated because this is a huge organization that's very complex with a lot of tradition in it. I think at the end of the day, I have to work with the key senior leadership and set the vision and the tone for what we are going to try to accomplish. And I'm hopeful that a large majority of that leadership is on board with that vision and that tone and what we're going to try to do. And if they're not, then they should reconsider staying on ultimately. I need them and they're going to need me. And so we need to work together in order to try to turn this around. I think we're at as I said, a critical inflection point. I take our adversaries at their word. These are very strong people who are going to try to take on our dominance and try to supplant the United States. And I think we're at a much more critical time than most people recognize. And so I think we need to fix the Navy. I think it was Ronald Reagan who said the only thing more expensive than a Navy is not having a good Navy, and I believe that's actually right. So I think it's basically setting the proper vision, setting the proper benchmarks, key performance indicators, and then creating the appropriate feedback loops to make sure we're getting those done, and having the right team to do it. And we've done this before with many companies. Again, this is a complicated one with big tradition. Some of those traditions need to be respected. Some of them need to be questioned, and we need to get modernized. And so that's what I'd hope I'd bring to the table is more of a partnership approach, but with a shared vision and purpose.
So were any of your companies like this?
I've dealt not with the company this size, but I've dealt with companies that had a lot of complications and that needed to be changed quickly.
All right, thank you. Senator